I guess that'll have to do. It's a little off. How's that? All right, that's a little better. Hey, Ashley. All right. Screw it, I guess that's the best we can get it. Oh, damn it. Dropped my damn dead phone. Okay, okie dokie. Hey, everybody. Let's see. Now let me make sure I'm sharing this. Come on. Let's see. Share to Johnny X. Share to the den. Uh-oh. How do I share to the den from this? More options. Share to page. No. Hey Paige, if you're in here, yeah, you're in here. Can you share this to the den? I'm having trouble doing it from the desktop app for some reason because I have too many accounts. See, it's moving that a little bit. There we go. That looks good. So we have Ashley, Rebecca, Steve, Paige, and then my mom. Okay, so the double audio's gone. Yeah, I was trying to work on the capture timing. Hi, Lori. Let's see. Okay, I could do this. I'll mute this one. Okay. I bet that took care of the echo. Yeah, since I got this new camera, I was working on the time delay between the microphone and the camera since they're not technically connected. So I was having some fun with that, let me tell you. Oh, broadcast isn't complete without my beanie. So is it fixed? Hey, Heather. Okay. All right, so what I'm doing is I got a bunch of Black Friday orders that I need to send out that Lane sent me. So while I was doing that, I was just going to chit chat with you guys and, you know, give you guys a couple updates on things. So the first one, packing slip. Oh, I did them backwards though. No, I'm not writing. I'll be signing books. So let's start this way. That's how I have them packed. All right, Teresa, we're going to start with your books first. But a couple updates for you guys. Since it is 4:04, I guess I'll go ahead and start. So book 7 is not going to come out in December like we were thinking. I know. Shudder, gasp. It's actually going to come out probably in January, probably mid-January or something like that. Lane, Shane, and I discussed just not competing with Christmas and New Year's and all that stuff. And honestly, I'm not done with it. I'm about 70,000 words. Let's see where I'm at. I have it right here. 67,836 words. So about 68,000 words. I'd shoot for at least 100,000, you know, to give you guys a good long book, especially on audio. And I'm going to take my time on it to make sure that that it comes out right. And yeah, Steve, no Assassin's Creed. I did buy it because I got it for $10, but I'm not going to play it. I don't even have it installed yet. So that's my punishment, is I don't get to play it until I finish book 7. So I've been really hitting it hard. Honestly, I could finish it pretty quickly if you know, if I knock out like 10,000 words a day kind of thing. But those days are, you know, I might get 2 days in a row where I do like the 10,000. So we'll see. We shall see. Another reason I wanted to delay it is a really cool feature. Steve, I had a coupon because I got this nice Yeti blackout mic, and it came with like a $50 gift card to the Uplay store. So I got the game for literally $10, which is pretty badass. I also want Watchdog Legion, but you know, we'll see what happens. But a cool feature I figured out on Microsoft Word is the thing can read to me, which is pretty darn cool. You know, I'll just give you a quick example right here.
I knew you'd come, Tezcatlipoca announced in a surprisingly calm tone. He lowered the amulet.
So it's not quite as good as Luke, but it does the job. It lets me hear the story, and it because of that, book 6, which is actually my highest rated book on Goodreads, you know, Holy Shioli was, I caught a lot of stuff, you know, like repeated words, for example. I try my best not to do that, and hearing it out loud lets me you know, catch those things. It also helps me feel the story rather than read it, and I read really slow anyway. Hi, Jasmine. But normally whenever I hear a book on audio for the first time, it's you know, I catch things as well. And what's up, Leslie? But anyway, it's going to take me a little bit longer to finish the book, because after I do the last word, after I write the end and do the epilogue that always teases you guys, then I'll send it off to be edited, and then my editor will take about 2 weeks to go through it, and then she'll inevitably catch something, and then it'll take another week or 2 for me to, you know, correct what she's pointed out. And after that, it goes to the beta readers, and this time I want to give the beta readers a little bit extra time to catch mistakes or continuity things or something that doesn't make sense. Like, I think it was it Steve that caught on the last one where I said for the DP in Hell, John figured out that she was born after Empire, but it was actually after Return of the Jedi. So or it was vice versa, one of the two. I can't even remember now. But oh, I'm wearing a tank. Don't worry, it's a little tank top. That's all I wear now is workout clothes around the house. It's ironic. Hey, Ted. But anyway, I'm going to give my beta readers a little bit more time to catch up as well, to catch some continuity. Basically, what I'm getting at is we're going to delay it as long as needed, which should probably be mid-January, I'm guessing, maybe late January. But it's because I want it to be, you know, as close to perfect as possible. So, and it's a lot of fun though. It's a lot of fun. Book 7 is where book 6 was a lot deeper and whatnot. Book 7 is more of an action-packed thriller, if you will, ticking time bomb kind of thing. So, yeah, I wanted to give you guys an update on that one. So that's book 7. We're looking at probably January. Like I said, it's, you know, we didn't want to compete with Christmas and not Thanksgiving, but Christmas and New Year's. If you guys are even allowed to have one. Oh, don't get me started on that one. But that and it's just not done. This one is taking me a little bit longer than normal. But then again, there's a lot more to go on. You know, there's a lot more books in the series now. So if I say something, even like a casual sentence, it has to be verified that it's not a continuity break is what I'm getting at. You can't just offhandedly throw something out without double checking. But some other good news though, or good news, is book 6 on audio is I'm supposed to get it early next week from post-production, and then I'll listen to it in about 2 days. I'm guessing it's going to be about 12 hours long, maybe a little longer, but I'm guessing about the 12-hour mark. That sounds about right. And now you're fine, Kim. I won't give out any major secrets or anything like that. But book 6 is I'll get it next week. I'll listen to it in a couple days. I'll give my feedback to Luke, like if he mispronounces something or just any mistakes in there. Even sometimes my mistake, I'll hear it and be like, oh crap, that's right, it's this, and then we'll fix it. So I imagine that will be out around late December is what I'm guessing. Audible never really tells us. Like we just submit it, and it's been as little as 2 or 3 days, and it's taken as much as I think the last book 5, took what was that, like 3 weeks or something? So it really depends on their workload and what they have waiting, or what they have in the wings. Now, I did talk to Lane, and he sent an email off to Luke to schedule book 7. So I don't know when Luke is set to record that. If I had to guess, it would probably be February or March is whenever he'll get book 7, get to recording that one. But I'll find out more from Lane whenever he and I talk next. So that's the updates on books 6 and 7. So the good news is because Luke took so long to do book 5 because of unforeseen circumstances. Yeah, Joey. Wish it was today. Okay, good. I'm glad that book 5 is on Whispersync now. But because it took him so long to do book 5, you're actually going to get book 6 really close to book 5. So I mean, there's a trade-off on that one. So that's pretty cool. I can't wait to hear book 6. And I'll probably also it'll help for me to hear book 6 in its entirety before I even finish book 7, because there might be one little small thing in there that I'm like, ooh, whatever happened to that? That'll be fun. It'll help me make book 7 better, is what I'm getting at. So I can't wait. Moving on. Don't forget we have Quick Draw. Quick Draw is on the Amazon. I think it's on Kindle Unlimited, but it's also, I got the paperback for me. But I did a post about this the other day, so this is pretty cool. Like the first person on there, Pierce Anthony, he's one of my first real authors. I say real authors, but I used to read Goosebumps as a kid. That's what got me into reading. I remember going to like Target and begging my parents to buy me like 2 or 3 Goosebumps at a time, and reading them, starting them in the car. I used to love those books. So Pierce Anthony is one of my favorite authors because I discovered after Goosebumps, I went to like Michael Crichton because I saw Jurassic Park and Congo and all those, and Sphere, and I wanted to see how the books were, and of course they were vastly different, except for Sphere. I feel like Sphere was really close to the original. But anyway, after Michael Crichton, I discovered Pierce Anthony and his Incarnations of Immortality series, and yes, Leslie, and then the Xanth series after that. Though fantasy's not really my thing, I think I read like 14, 15, 16 of his Xanth series before I was like, okay, I'm good. But the Incarnations of Immortality is still one of my favorite series to date. It's very PG, for those of you who have kids or anything. It's a great stepping stone, if you will, to, I would say it's basically urban fantasy. It's more fantasy than anything, but it could almost be urban fantasy. But anyway, I love that series. I love the take on it. And so for me to be in a book, to have stories with Pierce Anthony is freaking crazy, dude. Let me tell you. And I have 2 stories in here. One is from the Preternatural Chronicles, and it's called Among Us. Some of you are already going to know what that's going to be. And then the other one is called Chuck and the Savior, or Chuck, the Savior of Humanity. As a matter of fact, I might actually read that one for you guys. Yeah, I'm not going to read you the Among Us one because I want you to buy the book, obviously, because it supports a charity. Whenever you do buy it on the Amazon, but I'll read you the Chuck, the Savior of Humanity, because it's a super quick one. That's called a microfiction, I believe. It's less than 200 words. was the goal. And then moving on my website, hunterblaine.com, I have a couple of these left. Simple Deeds, which is stories that me, Devin Hansen, Justin Leslie, and CT Phipps all contributed to, and all of them are signed. Now, I don't have my signature on it yet because I sign it whenever. I just don't sign books in advance. I think it feels more personal that whenever, like, Teresa is going to get this book, this one right here, and it's not signed until I sign it, right? So it feels more special, I guess. So I'm not going to sign this one until someone buys it on my website. It's signed by all the authors, and I have 2 stories in here. One is is set with book 3, and it tells how Ludwig hunted those particular characters. And that one I really like that one, actually. Normally, the rule is short stories like this, like an anthology or something, is not needed for the series that you're reading. You know, for Dresden Files, he has like the Bigfoot stories and all that stuff, and you don't need to read those stories to understand, you know, the series, right? It's not important at all. Like, for example, in Quick Draw, my Among Us story is just a fun one. It is not needed at all for the series. You will not get anything extra. It's fun and funny, and there's a lot of really good authors in here. You know, Pierce Anthony, Orlando's in there, Rick, you know, a lot of guys that you guys already know and follow and so forth are in here. Noah's in here, I do believe. He at least edited it. But this one, I am going to go ahead and say that on Simple Deeds, there's 2 stories. One is called The Happy Time Hitler Hunt, and that's where Depweg and John, it's shortly after they first met during World War II, and they hunt Hitler. And that one is just really funny. But once again, it is not needed to enjoy the Preternatural Chronicles at all. If you never read it, you're not missing out. But if you do read it, you'll get that little extra appreciation, and it's funny. Now, that being said, there's another one called, another story called The Hunted, which is starring Ludwig, and it's set alongside book 3. So for those of you, like I saw someone said that they're only on book 1. Once you get to book 3, I would say go ahead and read book 3 and then read the Simple Deeds story. And it's a decent length. It's about as long as Deliverance, if I recall right. There's a lot of words to it, and it's really important. I would say it's not critical to understand the story, but it is. In this case, I would say read it. Just read it. It's on Kindle Unlimited. If I recall correctly, I'm sure it is. If it's not, you can get the paperback online, or you can get the signed copy. I think on my website is only $16, and you get all 4 signatures. You know, from me, Devin, Justin, and CT Phipps. And yeah, I have, I think, 15 of these left or so. Get them all you can. You know, if you like, because I know a lot of you have been branching out. I've introduced you to Justin and CT Phipps on my page, and a lot of you have been reading their stuff and really like it. And watch out for Justin. He's an up-and-comer. Like, he just had 2 books, 3, 4. Yeah, so 3 in the Max Abaddon series. He's working on 3. It's done, I do believe. And he also has a zombie series as well. And but Luke Daniels is recording his Max Abaddon series. And that one just came out. Book 1 just came out, narrated by Luke Daniels. And I like it a lot, actually. But then again, it's Luke, so of course I'm going to be biased. And then for Charles, I've actually just listened to the Rules of Supervillainy, which, out of all his work, that one is my favorite so far. It's like Peter Parker as an anti-villain wizard. And you think of anti-villain, and I've never heard of an anti-villain before. So I do believe that he's the first, at least from what I've read, on doing that, and it's pretty awesome. I liked it a lot. The audiobook guy did a really good job. It's a good story. It's well thought out. I liked it a lot. And then last on my website, I have 3 of these left. I thought I had 2, but I found 1 more. So these are 25, and it's the last 3 of the limited edition copies. So this is the second ever cover that we did, and it was the longest one we had. But now we've redone all the covers, and I'll show you in a little bit. You already know what they look like, but I've already redone the covers. But these are officially limited edition. So if you have a paperback, then yeah, this is limited. As a matter of fact, the whole series is like all the covers. Book 4 just came out, the newest cover. So book 3, book 2. The only covers we're not going to change is book 0.5 and 3.5, because 3.5 is honestly, it's perfect. It's minimalist. I do have that one, right? Yeah. Oh, don't fall. Don't fall. So yeah, 3.5, Moonlight Equilibrium. I like this one a lot. That cover is amazing. I like that. Especially because it's also a horror novel. You know, for those of you who haven't read this one either, read it. Once again, just like with the Ludwig story in Simple Deeds, I'd say this is a must for the series, because those of you who have read it, you're going to be rewarded in book 7. You're going to find out a little bit more about, well, I'll just tell you at the very end of, well, you know, I'm not going to tell you. Never mind. But the characters, there's some that are introduced in here, will make an appearance at some point in the next couple books of the main series. And so for those of you who have read this already, and you're wondering, what about that character? Or what about that creepy guy? You know, what happened with him? That badass? You're going to find out. And whenever you do, it's going to be like, oh man, I waited so long. Because this was 3.5. So I love doing stuff like that, like 3.5, and then in book 7, you see him again. I love that a lot. Now, this is a completely different story for those of you who haven't read it. It is a horror novel. John is not in it at all. There's only one character from the Preternatural Chronicles who is in it. And it's not even... Yeah, Paige, you do. Let's see. What else did I have? Oh yeah, so 3 copies left of book 1 on my website, hunterblaine.com. Now, once these are gone and the Simple Deeds are gone, we're going to... oh yeah, Simple Deeds goes to charity as well. We're donating to Wounded Warriors. All the authors got together. We're donating to Wounded Warriors all the profits from that. So that's pretty badass. But yeah, once Simple Deeds and those last 3 are gone from my website, we'll be transitioning my store over to the Argento, because I think Lane has got everything on the same page now. We're working on merchandise, for example, like more bearded beanie stuff. Sorry. Welcome to my OnlyFans. But we're working on some really badass t-shirts, and yeah, I'm excited about that. But we're slowly transitioning over to one place, and including, like, for those, these are all the Black Friday sales. So you guys bought a lot of books on Black Friday, which is awesome, and I really appreciate it. And I'm gonna sign these like right now. So those are really the updates I wanted to get to. So now we just get to the hangout part while I fill out these books. So what questions do you guys have? Jasmine, Simple Deeds is on my website for $16 plus shipping, and shipping is like $7 or $8. Let's see, hunterblaine.com. Books. Wait, no, shop, not books, shop. I feel like I should know that. Yeah, $16, and it's signed by all the authors. And then, oh yeah, I forgot too. So I still have the original covers of books 2, 3, 4, and 5. So I guess I need to get with Lane and figure out what we're gonna do on that one, because yeah, I'll figure that out later. If I had a theme song, what would it be? And it depends on the type of day, or a type of day I'm having. Like sometimes it's Warborn by the Black Dahlia Murder, which I will not play for you. Other days it could be the Looney Tunes theme song. All right, Teresa. Oh, Teresa, I remember you. You've actually bought some stuff before. I see you're finishing your collection. So what other questions do you guys got? How bizarre. 2. I always make sure, even if your name is John, I always make sure I spell it right. Because once I put the ink down, there's no erases. You know what? I'm gonna put on some music. Let's see. Royalty free music on the YouTubes. Alright, let's see what we got. I already hate that. You know what? I'm just gonna play one of the things I listen to whenever I write my music. Or my music, my books. Crap, where'd it go? Even though like I could get a copyright strike, I just don't care. Ah, there it is. Oh yeah, Black Dahlia is awesome, Rebecca. Oh, that's great. Let's do Diablo. Let me turn it down a little bit, though. Nope, not mute. Alright, hopefully that's low enough. How do I get in my writing zone? Is there a ritual? No. So here's the thing. Some days I feel it, and some days I don't. If I don't feel it, like I'll try and edit a part of a story that I'd already written, or I just don't. I don't do anything. Because on days I feel it, man, I can knock out, I think the most I ever knocked out was like 15,000 words or something, that was like 10, 11 hours straight of writing. And it's not sprinting. Like I know a lot of authors can sprint. Where they just type and they don't stop intentionally, even if they misspell something. They don't worry about any of the adjectives or anything. They just kind of flesh out the story to see what happens. Yeah, I can do that, but I actually like thinking and writing and getting it right the first time, so that way I don't have to do more work later on. But you know, honestly, man, I wake up and some days like I'm gonna write. And then I tell my wife, like, I'm writing today. You know, I won't play any games. I won't reach out to anybody's or anything, you know. And I just write. And I just write. And then a lot of times, though, my wife will go to bed like 11 or so. And then I'll get up and I'll come in here and I'll sit down to like 5 in the morning or something. And I'll just write because it's quiet. The whole house is quiet. I'm a night owl anyway. Like seriously, if I was left to my own devices, if I wasn't with my wife, for example, back when I was single, my sleep schedule was 5 a.m. to 5 p.m. So I try not to do that anymore. But I just write. I don't know. Normally it takes me 3 months to get a book out from start to finish, including editing. This is going to be the first time that it's going to take me 4 months. And honestly, man, I think it's because I got not burned out at the end of book 6. But book 6 took so much research that I feel like I should have a college degree. Like I had to really dive into some heavy theoretical physics with like fourth dimension and speed of light stuff, and just then I had to make up my own rules from scratch about shifting planes and the in-between and the rules for that too, and created a new hell fresh from my imagination that I haven't seen before. You know, the desert I've seen in Sandman Slim, which is cool, but you know, the inners of hell was completely different. But man, book 6 just... You ever have a really long week at work and you know, you're working 12, 14 hours a day, but you got a lot of shit done, but then, you know, come Friday night, your buddies are like, hey, let's go do stuff. And you're like, dude, I just need to lay in bed for the weekend and just watch some Netflix. I'm not doing shit. You know, that's kind of what happened after book 6 is it took a lot out of me, but damn, I'm proud of the shit I came up with that one. I mean, seriously, like there's some accurate theoretical physics in that even online I couldn't find answers to. I had to figure it out for myself, or at least be vague enough where I wasn't wrong. Okay, so Jesse asks, when will Holy Shioli be out on Audible? I mentioned earlier that I'm getting the final copies not the final, I'm getting the post-production done next week, and then I'll listen to it in about 2 days. That's all I'll do for 2 days, is I'll put my my bed in, it's a zero G mode, so it's like a nice comfy chair basically. I'll put on my Bose headphones, and that's all I'll do for 2 days is listen to the book. And then I'll take notes, and then I'll give it to Luke. So I'm guessing it'll be out this month. It could be out in a couple weeks. It could be out by the end of the month. It's depending on ACX. Let's see. In one of the interviews that you had up on YouTube, you mentioned that it was John's face photoshopped as John the Vampires. As there are the newest books cover featuring John the Vampire still the likeness of John? No. And the reason why is I'm not much of a picture guy, and neither was John, and he died in 2014, and that's really before cell phones were good for the pictures, right? So this is his face. That's the real John. It was photoshopped onto this model's body, because obviously John wasn't just standing around in super cool pose. And then the new ones are this. So there's just a lot more detail, especially in the face and the eyes and whatnot. And it's because this is a real person, and his picture was taken with a high-end camera, and we can also move him around and change him because he is a model that took the pictures or what have you. So unfortunately for John, we only had like one clean picture of him, and like just for example in book 5 and then book 1, it's basically the same. It's his same face, and he's not making any different poses across the board. And Paige was actually the one who called out that that he's static. And yeah, so we just decided to make a change for it. So that's cool for a couple reasons, though. For one thing, these are really limited edition and they are the real John, which is totally badass. But the new covers have been warmly received across the board. Like, people are digging it. Like, the colors are great. Sales have increased. People are commenting on how cool the new covers are. So it was the right thing to do. I trusted Lane and Shane on that one because they said they did the same thing for the Templeverse series, and it worked for them, and now it's working for me. So, but I mean, I do have copies of this, and then I also have some posters. You can see one behind me. Some really cool, badass, thick posters of the original John. Now, here's a question for you guys. I have up through book 5 of those covers, of those posters, and I have 2 sets of each. And I was thinking about selling, like auctioning off the sets, or just one set. I need one set for me, obviously. But obviously I would sign them and stuff. What do you guys think about that? What do you guys think if I did? And like I said, those posters are thick. Like I paid extra for the nice thick ones, giggity, and they're rigid and they look really good. I like them a lot. So what do you guys think? Should I do like an auction for those or what? You would have the original covers on a poster signed by me. They could be worth hundreds of pennies someday. I don't think they're using Gene for the new covers, Paige. I think they're using... It's called Deranged Doctor. I think Gene was busy or something like that, so... I don't know. I'm not crazy for the new John's face either, but it's obviously because I'm biased. It's not the real John anymore. But at the same time, the covers they look better. They do. They honestly do. So I cannot argue with that fact because it's a real person. So just we didn't take enough pictures of John back in the day. Yeah, Steve. For the book 6. Here it is. So it's the same guy, same model and all that stuff. And then we just did book 4, and then I should get the cover for book 7 pretty soon. That one's gonna be really badass. I was specific on what I wanted. And thank you, Heather. I'm glad you have one of the original covers as well. What's up, Sean? Alright, let's go back to... Alright, what other questions do you guys have while I sign these books? Hacking slip. Also for Teresa... Not personalized. Okay. Heh, I'm funny. My wife disagrees, but what does she know? Wait, R.L. King's a chick? The guy who does the or the author that does the Alistair Stone? I didn't know that. Their profile picture has always just been of... it's usually the same thing, so... And yeah, I'm with you, Rebecca. The original cover was I don't give a F, because that's how John was. Yeah, the new one is serious, right? A lot more like, I'm gonna rip your head off, boy. You know, versus John is like, you know, like, I gotta watch Wapner. Wapner comes on at 5. 298 matches. 298. I'm just kidding. He was not like that. I just wanted to make fun of him. Alright, what else you guys got for me? What other questions? Ask me anything. Anything at all. God, I always blank when it comes to writing something. Isn't that funny? Sorry, hold on, I'm almost done. Even though Teresa didn't opt for the personalization, she's bought pretty much all my books, so I'm giving her free personalization. Really? I did not know R.L. King was a chick. It's kind of funny though. I figured like she should not exploit that, but because exploit's not the right word. Basically, female authors, especially in urban fantasy, typically do better than males. It's the same thing with paranormal, not paranormal, but romance books and whatnot. They always do better than the male counterpart. So, but I mean, obviously she does very well, so that's really cool. Steve. Hey Scott, we only talked about, I only really went over 4 things. One was book 7 coming out in January instead of December. Audiobook for book 6 coming out later this month. Book 7's been scheduled. And then I talked about getting Simple Deeds and then Quick Draw. That was really about it. that's it in a nutshell. Now I'm just hanging out with my fans. Let's see. No problem, Scott. Let's see. Apart from John's, your friends, and theoretical physics, do you have any other influences in your writing? Yeah. I would say heavily Jim Butcher. But only in one aspect. The one aspect is he would say he would be writing, and then things would be going good, and then he would say to himself, what's the worst thing that can happen to Harry right now? And then he would put it in, and it was awesome. Hey, Melissa. Yeah, so Book 7, for those of you who are joining, Book 7 is going to be delayed a little bit. For one thing, we didn't want to compete with Christmas and Thanksgiving. I keep saying that. Christmas and New Year's, and I'm not done with it. So I'm about 68,000 words. I want it to at least be 100,000. I might get that finished this week. It might take a couple weeks, but and then I'll read the book back, and then I'll send it for editing, and then we'll give the beta readers at least 2 weeks to read it as well. So I'm thinking early to late mid-January is what I'm thinking. Sean Dean asks, or Dine, Val, constant Val, so I think it's a hard I, asks, how much does John's family enjoy him living on in book form? Well, I don't really talk to them anymore, which is sad. His mom got PTSD after he passed and went off the deep end, and I don't really want to talk about her much, but I hope she gets better. That's all I'm gonna say. I talk to her, his sister, every now and then, but and then his dad actually passed away shortly after he did by drinking himself to death, which that was crazy. That was crazy. I watched that man finish a handle of wild turkey, and he could have, like, I don't know, driven and passed sobriety tests and all that. He was a professional at it, that's for sure. And I hope he's found peace. But yeah, John's death was hard on a lot of people. It was very, very hard. But I don't really talk to. It's really just his sister and his mom left, and that's about it. But our small group of friends, like Dustin Valenta, for example, and Jonathan Depweg, Nathaniel Kirby, there's several of us that still get together, and we still honor John. We still talk about him all the time. Actually, it's not funny, but adorable, if you will, that at my wedding, John didn't get to be my best man for obvious reasons. But I had a picture of him. This picture, actually. So not this one. This is the one I had framed. But I had one of him just like this. Wearing that's a real Freddy glove, by the way. He was proud of that thing. That was metal and welded together and bent and real leather. It was an awesome glove. Awesome. But I had that picture, and I had it in my breast pocket whenever I got married, so he could still be my best man. And then I gave that same pic, and then he hung around with me in my car. Like, I put it up in my visor. So every now and then I would whip it down and be like, "You asshole! Can't believe you're dead. How you're such a dick. How dick?" Or I just randomly talk to him. At least once a month I'd talk to him. But then when Dustin got married, I actually took that from my visor and gave it to him, and then he had it in his pocket when he got married too. So that was really touching. I like that a lot. John got to be at both our weddings. No, not gonna cry. Not gonna do it! You get back up there, Tyr! You suck back into my face! Okay, we're good. We are good. Good to go. Not gonna cry on camera. You dead asshole. Ugh! But anyway, isn't that so cute? That's touching, isn't it? Is that both our weddings? From beyond the grave. Jonathan, I have alpha readers. Right now it's just really one person, but another person got to see it early as well. Just because I appreciate everything that she does. She works very hard. It was Lori. I'm just gonna tell you the other one was Lori. She does a lot of my graphics for free and sends me stuff and takes care of stuff, and she's awesome. And she had a hard time, or not just her, but all the admins did. So I appreciate all their work is what I'm getting at. So yeah, I have 2 alpha readers right now. Technically, really, it's normally just Paige. And then once the book is done, when I say it's done, I'm ready to publish it, then I give it to the beta readers, is what I call them. Technically they're advanced readers, but I'm just going to call them beta readers. Then they get it, then they point out, any grammatical errors that might have been missed by me or my editor or anything like that. Yeah, I know, Ashley. It's. Uh-oh. Did my video freeze? Oh, there we go. That was weird. Froze on my screen. Oh, what's the light? Yeah, that's Among Us. Oh, damn it. Hit the mic. That's a fun game that I like to play every now and then, just casual. Yeah. It's pretty badass. Now, I bought it on Facebook, and I'm very happy with the purchase. Versus, I bought a Mandalorian helmet on Facebook recently, and they showed the video of it like being taken out of the package and that it was metal and all this stuff. And then whenever I got the email, the person, I usually do PayPal if I'm even just a little bit like, I don't know about this. Like I always do PayPal, right? So PayPal sent me the invoice saying like, you paid $40 for this awesome helmet, and you paid it to a bird sitting on a house, some squiggly lines, and a bunch of other letters that I couldn't read. And I was like, oh, it's from China? And this is what I got today. I got it today. This is my Mandalorian helmet that I got. Ask me how happy I am about this. Ask me how, and I went and looked, and they changed their Facebook ad. Now it's a different company name, but it's the same wording, it's the same video. It still shows them, it shows what the inside looks like, and it shows them taking it out of the box, and it shows them wearing it. And then other people in the comments are like, this is what I got, and it just looks like a special needs Mando, like freeze him and Cobble Knight. I don't know, was that too far? I feel like maybe it's too far. But no, wait, it's you guys, you don't care. But this is what I got. So I already filed a complaint on PayPal, because PayPal is usually very buyer centric, especially to scams like that one. But I got that like though on Facebook, and I've been happy with that one. No, it wasn't from Wish, Steve, but I have bought, like for my supplement store, I bought some tank tops, and I was going to get them embroidered, not embroidered, but my logo printing on them. And I asked for like triple XL, but it since it came from China, I felt, whenever I put it on, I felt like Will Ferrell in the cowbell skit, and I almost couldn't get it off, and I started to panic because I couldn't get it off. So I was like, I'm gonna have to rip this off. But anyway, like 6 months after that, Wish stole like $200 from my business credit card. So Wish is, I hate scammers, which is why I killed them in one of the books. And I'm sure you all enjoyed that one. Let's see, what else was there? Do you have any other series, or is this your first series? So, for those of you who don't know, this was the first book I ever wrote. I wrote it for me. I never thought anyone else would ever read it, ever. Which is why it's so full of the craziest, most obscure movie references. Because John and I used to talk in movie references. Hell, the title is a movie reference from Jack Nicholson and original 1989 Batman. So this is the first series I've ever written. Book 1, I'm Glad Your Dead, was the first book I ever wrote in earnest. I wrote short stories here and there, but nothing published at all. And then after the books are starring my best friend who passed away, and he, I made a promise to him before he passed that I would write a book about him as a vampire. So after he died, I just sat down one day and said, well, I guess I got to do this. And that's what came out. Now, from book 2 on, I know people are going to be reading it, so I've really toned down the obscure references, or I explain where they're coming from. But I'm very humbled that you guys like book 1. Like, it's rated as a 4.2 on Goodreads with over 500 reviews, which a 4.2 on Goodreads is crazy good. Like, I still can't believe that. Like, I fully expected to be in the 3s. But, man, you guys like it, and that is so awesome. But this is my first series, and I have other series planned. Some really fun ones. You guys are going to be in for a treat. You're going to be taken care of for a couple years. Don't worry about it. You're going to like it, I promise. Yeah, Sean. Yeah, the same video. Don't buy it. It's a scam. Those assholes. Let's see. Gimp mask. Get the gimp. Kim says, I stumbled upon I'm Glad You're Dead shortly after my brother's death. I knew I was crying before the book even started, that I was in for a ride. Yeah. That's another crazy thing too. A lot of people are identifying with it, and that is so cool that, if you can find any kind of catharsis and me helping keep John alive, then you do that. I want you guys to feel good about it. I also wrote a book. It's on YouTube called My Red Balloon, which is about dealing with death. It's also in book 5 at the very end. Bruce tells it to John at one point, and which is so meta because I wrote it for John on the way to his funeral. But it's animated. It's on YouTube. Look up Hunter Blaine Author on YouTube. You can check it out there. You will cry if you've lost anyone, even like a pet. Yeah, you're gonna bawl your eyes out. I almost do every time. It's crazy. Hi, Suzanne. Damien. You like how John randomly winks at the camera? I do too, man. If this ever becomes a Netflix series or a Whoflix, I'm gonna have such fun with that one. Speaking of, whenever Kirby comes over, who's Locke in the books, loosely, we need to record a short skit I wrote. Yeah, Scott, I hear you. I love that scene too. Yeah, Steve, Luke made book 1 come to life. Like, I'm telling you guys, whenever I get those files, it feels like I'm hearing the story for the first time, which is also really cool that he's doing book 6 before I'm even done with book 7. Now that he's caught up, because I get to listen to it, and I promise you, I'm going to catch no less than 1 or 2 things that I would have forgot about. And I'm going to be like, oh, cool, yeah, I need to go back and I need to wrap that up. I need to tie that together, you know what I mean? So that's going to be awesome. Thank you, Anne. I appreciate you guys reading my stuff. It's crazy that this is what I do for a living. Paige says, I just randomly stumbled upon Hunter in the Urban Fantasy Facebook group, but his story there grabbed me. We talked, and I was dedicated. Yep, you and Leslie are like my OGs, my Oogie and my Boogie. You guys were there with me from the very beginning, so that's so crazy. Melissa, yeah, The Light is Among Us. It's just a really cute game. I play it with you guys, my fans, sometimes. It's just something I like to do to just chillax. It's not really a competitive game and that you're ranked or anything. It's just fun to, take your mind off things. I need to copyright the name Wo-Fi before someone else does. Yeah, right. It's not a bad idea. I've been right about 3 things so far. The phones, because if you remember, I posted my Facebook group or page or something. I forgot what show it is on Amazon, but it's Green Arrow's brother, something Amell. Robert Amell, is it? Or I don't know. But they're holding up their hand and they're looking at their phone like this. I'm like, hey, I called that. So that's the first thing I called. The second thing was Starlink, which is Elon Musk just launched. You can get signal like anywhere in the world because of his satellites, which is pretty cool. So I called that one. I thought he was going to do that anyway, so I don't know if that one really counts. And then apparently Kirby just pointed out to me that Hummer is coming out with a full electric vehicle. So there's 3 things already. There was something else too. There's something else recently. Son of a bitch, what was it? Damn it, I forgot what it was where I was like, hey, I said that. Damn it, oh well. I'll think about it later. Oh, let me fix the camera. That looks good. Steve says, you came across me through the den. Who's this guy who reads books upside down? Yeah, I like to do stuff like I have a YouTube, like a 50-second YouTube video up that introduces people to my series. Where if you just giggle at it, then you'll get my sense of humor. You'll like the series. But if you watch that video and you're like, this guy's stupid, then you won't like the series. It's that simple. So anything I do, I try to, you know, if you laugh, you're gonna like the series. President Rock. Was that it? Oh, did he say he's gonna run in the next 4 years or something? Or I bet you that's gonna happen though. Like, I'm willing to bet. And hey, I like the guy. He's got great work ethic. So I don't know. I'd probably vote for him versus any of the lying politicians that we have nowadays. All of them. I hate politics. I stay out of it. My viewpoint is you leave me alone, I leave you alone. It's that simple. Life is a lot easier that way. Ooh, a short story about John accidentally plane shifting to A Night in the Town with Nate Temple. That may work as long as the reader would know that there's a lot of liberties taken, because he's already established like shifters and whatnot, and you know, our rules are different, our universes are different. It would be fan service. It would be fan service if we did something like that, and I would be down totally. I would totally write. Actually, Shane and I have discussed teaming up on something lightly, preliminary discussion. But I told him, first things first, I gotta get Preternatural Chronicles done. I have the story planned. You guys are gonna freak. The ending is perfect. No, not a single person's gonna see it coming. I promise you that. I freaking promise you that you're not gonna see the ending of this series coming. But I love it. I love it. It's perfect. And I've even hinted at it too. You're going to read my series more than once. I guarantee you that. You're going to read my series at least 2, maybe 3 times. And whenever you go back, you're going to be like, that son of a bitch. Because it's going to be a lot more... Well, not a lot more obvious. I am intentionally being vague in a lot of things because it would be doing you a disservice if I ruined the ending. Let's see. Demolition Man Theory. John Spotton. You've been fined 2 credits. Sandra, yes, you missed the cake. You missed it. It's gone. It was delicious. Everyone here enjoyed it thoroughly. It was amazing. Moist. What about the elephant butt? It looks like an elephant butt with something coming out of it. Oh, the Among Us. Yeah. No, it's just one of the characters. They all look like this, but they're different colors. So, you know, green, blue. Yeah, I like Among Us. It's a fun game. It's okay, Melissa. All right, what other questions you guys got? Oh, by the way, guys, I'm caught up. Well, I'm not caught up in Supernatural, but I'm on a season 8, and Benny has finally come into it. And for those of you who said that you see Benny as John, I'm totally down with that. Benny's a badass. Okay, let's see. Hey, Sean. Some people... I have used several people in the books. Like the winners of the most recent one were Amy Skamanki, Kelly... Where are you? So the brown cloak is Benna Tafoya. Blue cloak is Kelly Caroline. Green cloak is Amy Skamanki. Shmanky. Red cloak is Michael Griff. And those were the winners of a pre-order contest I did. So they get to be the High Council members, which is pretty badass. So yeah, I do like to add people in there every now and then. Like Lane Hamilton is in the series now. At some point I need to add Paige and Leslie, just because they're like my 2 original OGs. So, Paige, I asked her about that. Carolyn, she says it's pronounced like Caroline. So, like I have it written down right here, pronounced like Caroline, so I can give the notes to Luke. So, Kelly Caroline. I thought it was Carlian or something like that, but she corrected me. By the way, since I'm here, if any of you want to go to my website and buy some books, I'll just go and get those knocked out. They come with a pair of vampire teeth. Look at that. Yeah, while supplies last. So this is Teresa's. And my orders come in instantly on my website. For Lane, he sends them once a month. Or if if there's a lot of them, he'll send them. But on my website, I process them like same day, if not maybe the next day. But I get them out super duper quick. Uh-oh, you're gonna fit. I'm gonna make you fit. I'm sure there's a joke there, but I'm gonna let it go. There we go. Get in there. Get in there. And the teeth. So, oh man, that is... Might need to do an extra... You know what, I will. I got a tape gun and everything. I'm going to use it. There we go. So that is... Teresa. So whenever I print that out, I know who is who. Guess I'm gonna have to sit you right now. That's it right there. You gotta drop down the dog bed. There we go. Okay. Where do you live, Steve? So that is one thing too. That's one advantage about shifting over to Argento, is Lane somehow worked out some crazy shipping prices. I don't know how he does it, because on my website I have it tied to the USPS, so I just pay whatever they pay, and yeah, he gets it so much cheaper than me. And so I mean that is going to be one really good thing, is whenever we get everything moved over to his site. Oh, the UK. Okay, depending on what you buy, dude, we might need to go through Lane. Because for me, it would cost like $80 to ship you, like if you did the whole series in a box, it would cost like $80. But if we did it through Lane, he somehow gets it for 30, 27, 30, something like that. I'm not sure how he does it. But if you want, get with me, send me a message or something, and we can work out some kind of deal. Because the limited edition books aren't on his website yet. You know, they're only on mine. So we can work it out though, no problem. You better be badass and die spectacularly, Paige. You want me to red shirt you? Not like in TWT though. That's just gross. What's TWT? TWT. Hey, Justin, you missed it. We were talking about you earlier. I was telling people to check out your stuff because, you know, Luke Daniels, and I was telling him I still have like 15 copies or something of this, of Simple Deeds. So we have Justin Leslie with us, everybody. Check out his series if you have not already. Okay, so then we have this book. I'm just signing books while hanging out with fans. Oh, those wonderful toys, yeah. Duh. My own book. I haven't even thought about that yet. That's so funny, Paige. My own book. Dumb. Don't know my own stuff. Hey, come on. Oh, not that one. So packing slip. This one is going to Stacy Hammett. And she did a personalized, so you get a personalized, Stacy. Oh, wait, it's for your boyfriend. Mark, got it. To Marky Mark and the Funky Bunch. I'm just kidding, I wouldn't do that. Yeah, dude, Luke was really hard to get a hold of. Like, I'm lucky I just managed to get through the cracks. So whenever because you had reached out to him, what, twice, and he hadn't responded, and then I was like, hey, I got this guy, he's already emailed you, and he was like, okay, I'll look into it. Okay, so we got that one. Stacy's is done. Let me get your vampire teeth over here. Oh no, don't seal already, you dick. I should just start wearing Velcro shoes. I'm unbelievable. Okay, that worked. So actually, you finally played Among Us? See you, Steve. Yeah, Among Us is great. Stacy shipping. Might as well print that up. Huh? Ah, there we go. Oh no, I printed on the wrong thing. Damn it. Wrong printer. Wrong printer. Shipping printer. There we go. See, I upgraded. I'm super cool now. I got the shipping printer instead of doing it the old-fashioned way. Just waste that. In case I better do Teresa's so I don't get them mixed up. Eh, Heather, I hear you. I used to travel a lot for work, like a whole lot, and now I don't have to anymore, which is awesome. So, if you ever need any book suggestions, Heather, I got a bunch. Oh, dude, Scott, I laugh at my own jokes all the time. It's funny. I think Lori said it earlier that I'm insane. She's not wrong. She's not wrong. I like putting John in awkward situations. Makes it a much more relatable character. You know, I don't go so far as to make it like Curb Your Enthusiasm awkward. I can't stand stuff like that. You know, I always cringe at those shows because it's just a simple explanation. If you're able to coherently vocalize your thoughts, you can get out of most awkward situations like that. So whenever someone could just say something and then it doesn't work out, it bugs me. But so whenever John gets in a situation like that, I like to make it where it's ultra realistic but uncomfortable. Okay. Next. Like I said, make sure to go to hunterblaine.com to get in your orders, since I'm shipping everything out as we speak. Okay, Joyce. Joyce is next. Make sure I spell it right. Make sure to get your teeth. Oops. There we go. Is Locke based on anyone from my life? Locke is very loosely based on my friend Nathaniel Kirby. Mostly just his looks, how he's really tall and lanky kind of. And I guess his voice a little bit, but Kirby's a good guy no matter what he says. You know? He tries not to. He pretends like he's a badass or something, but deep down he's really a nice guy. Cares about his friends and stuff. So, other than that, nah, I'd say not really. The character least like their counterpart though is Valenta, the bartender. Like if you guys met my friends, my real like Jonathan Depweg and Dustin Valenta, if I wrote them like they really are in real life, you would not believe them as characters. You would say they are too outlandish. No one's really like this. How dare you? How dare you? Alright, we got Joyce's. Ooh, we got a big one here. Oh man, we got all of them. The whole series. Well, if Lori ordered Simple Deeds, that means she's gonna get this one right here. So I guess I'm just gonna have to go ahead and sign it, huh? You're gonna have to wait to see what it says. You can almost see it. You can almost see what it says, but you're just gonna have to wait. Put yours right over there. Oh, I actually did too. Alright, I need to go grab another one. Do that momentarily. Look at this. All books. What's up, Tiggy? How are you? Yeah, Lane was running that Black Friday special, so all these books were at a discount. Woo! We got 2 of those, I think. Yeah, another one I could see. So who is this going to? Who is this one going to? Diana! And personalized. Oh man, I gotta come up with something for each of these. Crap! What book are you reading, Tiggy? What page? Come on, Tiggy, tell us what you're reading. Tiggy says that they're reading a 370-page book right now. About future trading. Huh? I mean, something good to know. I have some cryptocurrency myself and some weed stock. I'm just waiting for that to get legalized. I don't have much, but I have enough, I guess. I prefer real estate personally. I try to get as many rental properties as possible. Because I know the government's not going to take care of me when I retire. Heck yeah, Tiggy. Melissa, you're reading crap? If you guys ever need any recommendations, I've read some truly outstanding urban fantasy series. Hey, Martin. If you guys haven't checked out Justin Leslie's series, Max Abaddon, I like it a lot. Now, I will say this. The first book is a lot like my first book. You know, filling out the series and all that, but but it's still good. Once he gets to book 2, like kind of like me, it was book 3 where I found my voice. People are saying for Justin it was book 2 where he's really coming to his own. But then again, I'm listening to the audiobook right now because I just finished C.T. Phipps' Super Rules of Supervillainy, which I liked a lot. But now I'm listening to Max Abaddon because I read so slow. I can't read anything, guys. I have to listen to audio. It took me a year to read It by Stephen King. Literally a year. But for Justin, hearing Luke read it, Luke can make anything sound good, including my first book. My first book is rated a 4.2 on Goodreads, but on Audible, it's like a, was it 4.8 or something, because of Luke freaking Daniels. So, but if you guys need something to read, check out the Max Abaddon series. C.T. Phipps has a lot of amazing series. For those of you who are getting Simple Deeds, there's 4 different series in here. Or maybe more actually, but you get a little snippets from Devin Hansen, Justin Leslie, and C.T. Phipps. So my dad, for example, has found out that he really likes Devin Hansen, and he needs to get on his backlog before he checks out the other authors, because for some reason he really likes Devin Hansen. His style, I guess, is he says it's like some of the books he's read before in the past, so I get why he's a little biased on that one. Let's see, what other good books have I read? The Dresden Files, of course. That was the first series I ever read of urban fantasy, that is. I mean, I love the Dresden Files. So freaking good. So good. Jim Butcher says start at like book 6. But I think by book 3 he comes into his own. Because books 1 and 2 are episodic. Like the stories are kind of closed within themselves. I still thought they were amazing. But book 3 is whenever this series... Kind of like my series. Book 3 really kind of starts expanding on the series as a whole. Melissa, John makes an appearance in Simple Deeds on the Happy Time Hitler Hunt, where Depweg and John first meet. It's the first story in there. It's page 1. So the Happy Time Hitler Hunt, and God dang, I had a lot of fun with that one. That one I just made like as funny as possible. Paige, you remember John getting stuck in the vent? Oh god, that was so funny. I really liked Simple Deeds. Yes, Andrew, I agree. CT's books are really cool. I've read some of Fangton, Straight Out of Fangton. I thought it was okay. I'm kind of biased in vampire books anyway. And then I started his Red Room series. That one I liked a lot, actually. But The Rules of Supervillainy is phenomenal. It's the first book I've read where it was an anti-villain, and I like that a lot. Oh, Melissa, you're talking about in Simple Deeds, in Justin's short story. At one point, one of his characters is in a bar, and he looks over and he sees a dude with a trench coat that just kind of in a beanie that kind of gave him like the chills, and you know that was his little homage, which I thought was really freaking cool. I love the ending to Happy Time Hitler Hunt. I thought that was perfect. I thought it was hilarious. I'm not going to give you guys, for those of you who haven't read it, okay, Diana. Now the question is, for those of you who don't have it, who's going to get one of the last 3 copies of Book 1? And for those, because they are limited edition, I put them in. There's my portal gun. I'll just put that right there. I put them like in this type of thing. This is the original cover for Book 1. This is my last one in existence. I sold the other, I had 10, I think, and the other 9 like sold within 2 days or something. So this is my last copy. I keep it in here. For those of you at home who have this, or even, you know, the redone cover, hold on to those. They're going to be worth hundreds of pennies. Hundreds of pennies. And I have a hardback signed copy of Kevin Hearn back there. I got to meet Kevin Hearn in person. He's a really cool guy. Answered a lot of questions. The Salvage Crew, huh? I guess I'll have to check that out. I'm so behind since I don't have to drive anymore. There's so many books that I'm not caught up on at all. That I've already have in my library. Like I need to finish. Oops, what did I just do? Oh, I need to finish Justin's Max Abaddon. I've been reading Heaven's River by Dennis E. Taylor, the Bobaverse series. Oh, I love that series. If you like sci-fi, that is so funny. Let's see, I have C.T. Phipps, Eldritch Ops, and the Book 1 of the Red Room. Man, I still haven't finished Ballistic Kiss, the newest Sandman Slim. Damn it. I'm most of the way through the Nate Temple series for the first box set, I mean. God, I'm so far behind. Make Me King by Keith C. Blackmore. I bought the Vesic series, the books 1 through 3, but I haven't even started those yet because I'm just so far behind. Shadow Magic by Nasri Noor, read by Luke Daniels. I usually buy, I love anything read by Luke Daniels. He's so good. I just need to take like a cross-country road trip and force me to listen to all these books. Iron Druid. Oh, I love the Iron Druid Chronicles, except for the ending. Except for the ending. Now, I will say this, though. In my series, I'm going to love the ending. I don't know about everyone else, but I'm going to love the ending. It's the ending I've had in mind this entire time. It's going to be amazing. I'm so happy with how it's going to come out, and you guys, none of you are going to see it coming. Yes, Andrew, it's called Ballistic Kiss. I will say that's one thing that Richard Kadri is not very good at, is advertising. Like, I every 6 months I check Audible just for him to make sure there isn't a new book out, because I think he's more active on Twitter and I'm not on Twitter, and that's my fault, I guess. But, you know, I don't see anything on Facebook. I'm not getting any emails about it, you know what I mean? You know, I wish he was more vocal about when his new books are coming out. Ooh, Nathan Fillion reads the Salvage Crew. I love that guy. He's great. I know what you mean, Paige. I would have been fine with it had... Oh, you know what? I can't. Just in case anyone hasn't read it, so... Whatever. Whatever. But I did hear that he has more of him in his Ink and Sigil. So, I don't know. I'll have to check that out. Okay, I'm not doing a good job writing on this big-ass mound. I can't believe I wrote these, guys. You know how weird it is? Like, I never really think about it. It never really hits me. But, you know, I wrote all these. It's so weird. What's even weirder is you freaks like it. I wonder how many words I'm up to now. Let's find out. I have a calculator. I think I know what all my books are. Let's see, 42. Wait. Crap, I already forgot what Deliverance is. 12,000. Book 1 is 86,000, I think. Book 2 is like 89,000. Book 3 is 137,000. Book 3.5 is 57,000, I think. Book 4 is 98,000. Book 5 is 96,000. Book 6 is 107,000 or 113,000. Close enough. Holy shit. I've written 682,000 words. Well, the series is going to be over 1 million. I can guarantee you that, because I'm shooting for 100,000 each book, you know, at least. So, 682,000 words right here. That's crazy. Oh, and that's not counting Simple Deeds and all that other stuff, too. Which I won't count. I just won't, for sake of ease, I suppose. I have an idea. Paige, do you think I should read the prologue, maybe, to Book 7? I don't know. I don't know if I wanted to change that or not. Okay, I'll read you guys the first paragraph from Book 7 for Chapter 1. I just love the smell of spinal fluid in the morning. It's like when you first peel back the skin of a fresh orange and just inhale this citrusy goodness with an all right. I'll read the prologue. Hold on, let me get some creepy music. I mean, I like Diablo, but it's not creepy enough. I'll come back to that. Damn it. Hold on. Go down. I've liked too many videos lately. Oh, those of you into gaming, I have a YouTube channel. Hunter Blaine Author. Hey, where are you? Ah, there you are. This is called Emperor, Music of Dark Lords and Rulers, 1 hour of epic, dark, dramatic, orchestral music. Alright, here we go. Prologue. Those wonderful toys. I knew you'd come, Tezcatlipoca announced in a surprisingly calm tone. He lowered the amulet he had been holding, letting it dangle around his neck while laying heavy eyes upon he that would end the Aztec god's long journey. The amulet foretold of this day. I'm quite sure that it did, the man in white articulated with an accompanying grin, held by an apex predator who casually chatted with the helpless prey. I am inevitable. My will be done. John without the K will stop you, O fallen one. Oh? Is that what your pretty necklace says, old friend? I do not need to read the future to understand that the poison you call confidence will be the rock that trips your ascent, sending you tumbling back down the mountain and to your own demise. Well, save me a seat in oblivion, won't you? Samael growled as his smile faded to a vicious snarl. An obsidian staff started growing in his hands that was tipped on either side with gladiuses that dripped hellfire. Near the top was a jagged double-sided axe with swooping blades. The manifestation was specifically created in direct contrast to the ivory and golded weapon that the Archangel Michael wielded. A final slap in the face, as it were. The Aztec gun sprung to his feet, his obsidian sword lined in what looked like teeth forming in his grip. With the wave of his hand, Tezcatlipoca sent a thick wall of fire toward the man in white. He knew it wouldn't hurt the creature of hell, but used it as a distraction as a black raven landed on his outstretched hand. The Aztec god quickly whispered to the raven that once belonged to Odin and opened a portal that the bird flew through right as the flame wall passed harmlessly over the Lord of Hell. Sensing the attack was for show, Samael's beautiful face morphed into a hideous scowl with sockets pouring hellfire. What have you done? Lucifer asked with a rumbling voice that sounded like thunder. The walls shook with its bravado. I have bested you, cursed one. You may take my life, but you'll was all the god proclaimed as the axe embedded in the obsidian throne, ancient blood streaking down to pool in the seat. The orange-faced head hit the stone steps with the wet plop before bouncing towards Mephistopheles. The man in white stopped the roll with the bottom of his foot before his face returned to neutrality. Now that there was no one around, Samael relaxed to his businesslike demeanor and bent to lift the decapitated head by the black hair, bringing it to his eye level. The Aztec god's eyes were already glassed over as the jaw hung open. I find no pleasure in what must be done, Samael admitted to the lifeless head. But nothing will stop me from saving all of creation that I helped form in my image. Lowering the head, Samael turned and lifted his free hand out to his side. The obsidian axe spun like a saw blade through the air to land perfectly in his grasp before fading in a puff of black smoke. As the man in white vanished, the steady sound of dripping could be heard as the dead god's blood trickled down the steps. That was it. Samael, able to take out gods of other pantheons like they're nothing more than a common housefly. Oops. Gotta stop hitting that. Oh, yeah, you guys are in for a treat on this one, that's for sure. You guys are in for a treat. I had a lot of fun. I love teasing you guys. But I also like to reward you guys whenever you show up to my events. So, you deserved it. By the way, this is some of the music I listen to when I write, and it's awesome. Puts me in the mood, that's for damn sure. So how was that? You guys got to hear the prologue and even the first paragraph of the new book before it's even done being written. All right, Ashme. Have a good poop. See you, Paige. Thank you, Scott. Is that you, Bella? You want to come say hi? Come here. Say hi to everyone. Did you get some foods? Did you get some foods and go to the bathrooms? This is Bella. I love you so much. You're so pretty. Ah, you're so silly. Dude, Rebecca, you should seriously try the Audible. Like, Luke is ridiculously amazing at what he does. Like, wow, that's all I could say. Like, his performance is spot on. It's exactly how I hear it in my head whenever I write it. He's just so awesome. And if you buy the Kindle, which I already know you have them all, Rebecca, you can get the Audible for like half off, like $7.50, $7.49, something like that. Super cheap. Oh, are you leaving, Heather? Sometimes I'm funny. What's up, Brian? So how you doing today, Brian? See you, Heather. Well, Brian, since you just got here, some of the things we talked about was we're pushing the release to book 7 back to January. We don't want to compete with Christmas and New Year's, and I'm not done with it. So, you know, that's kind of a big reason. And, damn it, I don't like this one. This one was damaged in shipping. I might have to give that one away as a freebie or something. Okay, I need to go grab the other one. Okay. Alright, that one looks good. And then we got Ashley Simple Deeds, which I'll do next. You just finished book 1, Jane? Ah, I suck at this. I swear I'm funny. One day, Sandra, I would like to pair book releases with the audiobooks at the same time. That just means you guys would have to wait longer, though. Because Luke is busy. What does my wife think of the series? Well, she knew the real John, so she likes it a lot and appreciates it. And she's proud of me, so that's pretty cool. I have a pretty awesome wife. Well, let's see. Hey, John! Come here! Let's ask him, Brian.
What juicy gossip do you have for me, good sir?
Brian wants to know, what do you think if he named his new puppy Depweg?
Oh, well, I would be honored. My goodness. Are you listening to Diablo, Tristan?
Yes. 10 hours of it.
10? Oh, well. I could probably do that too.
So, say hi to Depweg, everybody.
Howdy. Oh, my nipples are so hard right now, I can chip ice.
Yeah, I was wondering why you rode your motorcycle today. What's the temperature?
60.
Oh, that's not that
And
bad. I guess.
then wind chill brings it down to like, I don't know, 40, 45. So I'm like, whoa! Is it time for your butt touching touches? Scratch, scratch, scratch.
What are we doing for dinner tonight?
I am making ramen with an egg, and then whatever you have, just kind of throw it in. I'm really, really craving carbs right now. I don't know why.
You just worked out, right?
Yes. So my body is like, carbs are delicious.
Oh. You guys have any questions for Depweg? Everyone says hello.
Oh, hi.
I think there's like a 15-second delay or something, though, so we won't see it for a second.
Oh, okay. Pretty soon we'll be uploaded to the Matrix.
Yeah, right?
2030. And in 2040 I'll probably have my cybernetic arms by then. Like Jax.
Like
from,
Jax, yeah.
Yeah. For Mortal Kombat. Oh. That's pretty cool.
Brian asks, how's it hanging?
How is my Wiener Schnitzel hanging, yeah?
I knew he was going to make that.
The Wiener Schnitzel? Oh, it's so long. Oh, I like mine with sauerkraut, yeah.
Stupid new, really high-end camera. Look at all this gray. What is this shit?
Yeah, I felt pretty depressed when I got my haircut yesterday. I saw all the gray hairs flopping onto my lap. Oh, my mortality.
Yeah, I'm slowly going gray. Look at that shit. Right over here.
I'm sure back in the day, like, 98, 99, like 480p cameras, you wouldn't notice it. But
Yeah, right.
now it's like 4K, 8K. Oh, my eggs.
Alright, bye, Depwig.
Bye-bye. Bye.
See what I mean? My friends are weird. Alright, we've been doing this for about an hour, almost 2 hours, so I think I'm going to call it and finish signing these books and then keep working on book 7 so that way you guys can get it sooner than later. So until next time, I say John on.